and I'd like to introduce the group Rough Draft from Tucson, Arizona. They're here to play a couple songs and talk about themselves. So let's start with you. Introduce yourself.
I'm Cole, the Pete Best of the band.
Mood, short for Mahmoud Gladney.
James, I sing voice.
I'm Brian. I'm the bassist, and I'm Brian. My name is Brian.
All right, and you guys all go to Tucson High, right?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
Correct.
So what are the first three songs that you guys got?
Peaceful Draft. No,
Tuxedo.
It's Tuxedo.
It's Alien versus Predator versus Brown versus the Board of
That's right.
Education. Peaceful Draft and Interlude 27, right?
21,
21.
right?
Yeah, it's 21 or 27.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
We're
All right,
just
well-
here to have a good time and play some good tunes for y'all instead of...
All right, well, let's start.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Put on your tuxedos, put on your bow ties, pump up your libidos until your brain dies. I woke up today with too much hair, a pale blue gown, a plain white bed. I started to scream, but no one cared, and then the doctor came and said, "You've been right here for 30 years. I know that things just don't seem right, but you gotta wipe away those tears, 'cause you got a show to do tonight." Kind of a bomb to drop on someone who's been in a coma for 30 years and then joined a band somewhere in the middle. It's not good. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So I've been memorizing my lyrics. My lyrics. I've been memorizing my lyrics. I've been Peaceful Draft.
Peaceful Draft, and then it goes into Interlude 27.
This is the song where we challenged ourselves to write the worst teen song lyrics we could.
And then the next song is about how much we regret writing those said lyrics.
Yes.
Well, we did a pretty good job of it, not gonna lie.
Yep. All right, let's do it.
right, cool.
There you go.
So my first question for you guys is, so what self-described genre would you guys say that you play?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, this is the.
Okay, so
There's an ongoing
Proto
argument about
post rock.
I heard a lot of things there.
So Brian initially wanted this to be a punk band. I think he was listening. He was being very edgy at the time. It was like, I want to.
It was a dark period.
And
Dark
was like,
time.
I want to make punk music. And then we got together, and then I got a compression cable, a compression pedal, and I found a new tuning, and I learned how to tap. And I was like, yo.
This isn't story time. This is how we came up
Yeah,
with it.
I'm answering the
he's
question.
answering.
I'm
He's
answering the
getting
question.
there.
I'm answering.
Look, we're glam gent. Okay, that's the bottom line. We're glam gent.
I got a compression pedal, and I learned a new tuning, and I learned how to tap. And I'm like, dude, we're a math rock band now. And then we made all our songs in 4/4.
Yeah, it's all. It's
So basically, we're a
It's got-
rock
So
band.
it's got we have math elements. We have all the math elements except the actual like.
Except the math rock
except the
part.
math- We have
So you
all
guys
the
like to
other-
think that you're called math rock.
No, we're emo.
No, Mood likes to think we're.
No,
math rock.
I describe it as mathy punk. Okay, that's my description of it.
Okay.
We're just post-punk.
You know what? Post might be the
Okay.
best sound.
All you guys fans of math rock? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
we're all
I
fans
love-
of math rock.
I love
Clever
it.
Girl, good math.
Dude,
rock.
Clever Girl's killing it. Well, they were when they released that one album.
It's not even. It's an EP.
It's an EP.
Yeah.
It's really good though.
It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
know-
that leads into my second question. So who or what bands inspired you guys to play and like influenced your
Andrew
sound?
Jackson Jihad.
Yeah,
AJJ?
they were a
Yes,
big one.
absolutely.
Fox Bodies. I remember when I saw them and they were like, oh,
Yeah, they're a local
Yeah.
group,
Yeah.
Fox Bodies.
Joyce
They were.
Manor.
Joyce Manor.
Joyce
yeah.
Manor.
Joyce Manor for
I
sure.
haven't gotten
Uh,
around to listen to any Joyce
The Mountain
Manor.
Goats for me. Yeah.
I remember
Sorry,
we had some friends, a friend Ryland Dodge who started a band called Yum, and that was like when he started that band, I was like, oh man, if you can do it, so can I.
I was in it and then I left because I sucked. So there
Phil
you go.
Collins inspired me to drum.
I initially got inspired to play guitar from Coldplay, so that counts, I guess.
So it sounds like you guys have, a lot of different influences. Like you guys weren't just all influenced by just one person.
Yeah, no,
but
there's
mostly Phil Collins.
no. There was there was like a lot of different influences, and it's
Yeah.
interesting because it all kind of comes together.
It's
It doesn't just-
90% Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes,
though.
clearly.
That's true. That's
clearly.
a big
Emotion
facts.
is a great album.
Emotion.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I'm not gonna get into this.
It's like a 9.5 out of 10.
Really, it's more of a 6 anyway. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any others here that we're clearly forgetting.
So okay,
American football. I stole their tuning.
Okay.
they're good. Yeah.
All right.
So I attended both of your guys' Schoolhouse of Rock shows, and I personally thought they were really great. Both times.
Yeah, they
Can you kind of describe the venue? Like, what's it like, Schoolhouse of
Ooh,
Rock?
it's pretty small.
It's this like they have like a square stage in a
Right.
corner.
They've got like a small stage in the right corner with like the rest of it designated to the crowd.
And
Initially
then-
during the day, it's like a school.
It's a music. Well, not a
Music
school. It's a music school.
Specifically for music.
So they
yes.
kind of have like lessons for people to like
Right.
learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at night they convert it to like a gig.
like a venue.
Yeah,
right,
venue.
yeah. And
The
it's-
crowd goes hard.
Yeah.
They
do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it
I
really
remember
It's-
that. That was so
They've
crazy.
sort of transferred it into very much like a place for a lot of like new bands, up and coming bands in the area to play,
Yeah.
and it's really great.
It's a really hip.
The people there are
DIY
really
venue.
cool. They have actual amps, which are nice when you're like. Most up and coming bands have really bad amps, so they have that. They have drums. So and they're a music school, right? So if like, oh hey, my guitar broke, or oh hey,
Yeah.
I need some
Oh,
straight,
I
like
need
they,
help.
they just like hey, here you go.
Broke my
they have a bunch of
guitar.
service.
Yeah, those are really they're really great people.
I
It's
like
been-
them.
It's been a fun time every time we've played there.
Yeah. So the second time you guys played there, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there also another group from like Phoenix? I think that came. Like it wasn't just people from Tucson.
No, it was all Tucson bands.
Was
but
it all Tucson?
It was all Tucson bands. That's
The
like
Frex and the
All
Great
local.
Citizens. They're
You
both
know
great.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I remember them.
We don't talk about Phoenix.
And so how'd you guys get the gig there at Schoolhouse of Rock?
Ooh, fun story actually. Mahmoud and I know a friend who was also in a band and needed people to sign up to play this gig.
Like I think like one of the first gigs they actually did was like they were just doing like student recitals basically, and then they were like, hey, let's put on this show with all your friends. This one kid we knew. And then he's like, we showed him. Me and Brian had just started the band. It was just me and Brian at the
Right.
time. And I'm like, hey, dude, look what we recorded on our iPhone. And he's like, yo, this is really cool. And we're like,
Oh
really?
wow, is it?
So you guys were really surprised by that.
Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm having this thing. you guys should totally like show up and play. And I'm like,
Yeah, I was actually also really surprised by it because they didn't tell me about it.
yeah. So James came to the very next one, and we didn't tell him about that until like later. And he's like, oh, I got a choir thing. And I'm like, oh, don't worry,
always a
you just
choir
come
thing.
after. And then he didn't show up, but it was still good anyway.
Yeah.
And then what was it? We were like, we didn't have a drummer at the time either. And then we were like,
Those were the glory days when only Brian and Mood were in the band.
Yeah, for the
That was-
1 week.
That was kind
And
of our
then
band's peak.
Cole
Yeah.
came and
The
blessed
golden
us.
Yeah.
the golden days there.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell me about like each performance. Because you guys had 2 gigs there.
Yeah.
Would you guys say there was like a big difference between like each performance?
yes,
The second
yes,
one
yes.
was so much
the
better.
best one. The first one was so good.
That was
Our singer was
Yeah, the
there
first
at the
one-
second one.
The first one was like, it was a lot of, what's the right way to describe it? It was a lot of people who, the bands that were playing, they were all very much like
It was a
casual
very-
garage bands like us.
Lo-fi.
It was-
Lo-fi
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, it was not a low, but like a do-it-yourself vibe. Yeah. James wasn't there, so
Chill,
James
steady
wasn't
hip-hop
there.
beats.
I think I had a rush there from an orchestra concert.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty unprepared.
We were pretty unprepared. Cole had joined the band 2 weeks ago, and he had just learned the songs. And so we were like, we were the second to last band to play, and we were like, we're gonna sound like awful. Like the Weezer cover band's gonna be the best band. We're gonna suck after these guys. And then we went on there, and I remember we started playing, and I look up, and there's like a couple people moshing, and I'm like, oh hey, that's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
then I
I
look
remember
back
Mosh
down,
pit.
and then I look back up, and like the half the crowd's moshing, and I'm just like, oh nice. And then what was it? We like broke.
Yeah, no big deal.
We were the only band to start a mosh pit.
Yeah,
that
we're the
day.
only one. It's no big deal, but
Yeah.
we're
So you guys were kind of cool there. You know, starting
yeah.
a mosh
objectively
pit.
better
felt
than
amazing.
the other bands.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
Just like
second
objectively.
Objectively, yes, totally, not really, but it was really fun. It was a big learning experience.
Dude, stop talking us down, dude.
Concert,
Okay,
yeah, stop talking.
we're the
No.
best band of all
It
time.
was a big experience.
The
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember the first performance. Like even though you guys didn't have your singer and you were very not well prepared, I still thought it was a really great performance.
Yeah,
like
it
just
was-
good, like just
Excuse you,
moshing music and everything.
We prepared so hard for that, dude. We practiced so much.
Oh,
Well, compared to the second time, did you guys think the second performance was a lot better?
The second time was a lot more. Was,
So much better.
was a lot better, and it was a lot more interesting because then it became like we were playing with other bands that we were playing with. Not to diss on the other bands, but the next 2 bands that we played were like they had been playing for a long time. So we definitely were like, oh okay, these guys like have their. This is going from like a few kids like joking around having fun to like. These kids like know what's up.
Right.
Like they were still
Yeah.
having fun. It was still a giant punk show, but it was like these
we
kids
did
know what's
learn a
up.
lot from them too.
So we learned a lot.
It was a good learning experience.
We
They're all
we-
really cool people.
We started
too.
more mosh pits at that one. That one was fun. We broke a cable at the first show, and then we broke some lights at the second one.
Yeah, I remember.
To be
I think
fair, the crowd broke the cable.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, the crowd did. After I warned them, please don't break it.
Yeah, no, I remember I was actually one of the people that got slammed into a light from
The
the mosh
tidal
pit.
wave
Yeah, it went off. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
By extension, it also broke Brian's bass.
Oh, did it?
I got launched face first into someone's shoulder, which was that was such a great experience. Yes.
So would you guys want to perform there again?
I mean, we are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're performing.
We are.
soon.
Oh, when
May
is it?
18th.
Yes.
May 18th, I believe, with Yum
And
the
Vicky
Frex.
Rex and the
But
Frex.
overall, I'd say it's a warm place to be. Everybody there's so nice. The owners are great, and they help a lot. It's just such a great environment. I would love to play there again. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, they're,
Yeah,
they're,
I,
they're
I
great.
love that
fun.
place.
They're great people. Yeah, I'm very happy it exists.
They have water for us. That's
They have
all.
water.
They
Sometimes
do.
they give
It's free,
give us
dude.
one
It's
free
free
soda
water.
usually. Yeah, it's nice.
That's
That's the pay you
and
get.
the
you
thing
know?
is too, like
VIP treatment. Right
and the thing
there.
is too, like, what is it? They're open for all ages. They're open for everyone. You can go in. It's nice. Like, it's one of the few venues that I really like that, and I like that because if if you're a teenager, it's like, oh hey, I could go to Club Congress and half of its time is over 21, and if you're under 21, then they discriminate against you, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, they don't discriminate.
Yeah, they don't discriminate, which is nice.
You heard it
And
here, folks.
All
Club Congress
ages matter.
discriminates.
it's just Club Congress
They discriminate.
They discriminate.
Discriminate.
But it's nice. The
Just kidding, I like
ticket
Club
prices are
Congress.
always cheap. It's like $5, so it's like, and it's if you like, I had a friend one time. It's like, yeah, I only have $3 on me. And they're like, okay. So I don't recommend only going there with less than $5, but if you do, it's
So it has a nice, like, kind of cozy, atmosphere.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it's
really
all
does,
acceptable.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And the other thing is, it's like no promises, but if you show up, Keith Huffman Jr. might be there.
Oh, Keith Huffman
Yes.
Jr. He's our history teacher.
He's the
okay.
greater.
he's also in a metal band. What's the metal band
Decayer.
called?
Decayer, guys.
Best,
We gotta get them to
best
play.
one.
All right.
Yes, I'm you know, I'm unfamiliar since I don't go to Tucson High, but so okay. So what are you guys' next two songs that you have?
Ooh, what do we have,
What are
James?
they? I don't know the list order.
We have
of
last
numbers.
we have last week. We
Yeah.
have last week. We have Mood tries to play tune a guitar. We have last week, and then we have R.I.P. to my Wii. For those wondering, R.I.P. to my Wii is a song dedicated to my lost Wii, which
And-
Your Nintendo Wii.
my Nintendo Wii, where I was in the Middle East for a year, and I mistakenly plugged it into a foreign outlet without a power converter, and it just I turned it on, it flashed, and then smoke started coming out.
Let's have a moment of silence for that.
R.I.P. to my
Yeah, that's
Wii.
unfortunate.
Also, for those wondering, last week is the first song we wrote together,
Oh yeah, that's right. It was our first song as a group.
and it's the one where I most often forget the lyrics as well. So that's fun.
Yeah.
All right, well let's get into it.
Right on.
Once I tune.
Actually, I need the tuning thing too.
I thought you were tuning.
Well, my E's weird. Hold on.
During this tuning time, I'd like to plug. James and I have a noise comedy.
We have no, it's not comedy.
No,
it's
it's not
deadly
comedy. It's not
serious.
funny.
I'm looking forward to that. That
It's
sounds dope.
experimental. It's for maybe fans of like Mersbow.
I'm a big fan.
For fans,
For fans
of
of-
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Of Avicii, if you guys like Avicii,
Avicii.
R.I.P.
Meek Mill.
it's just me
Daft
screaming.
Punk.
I scream knock jokes into a microphone, and we mess around with it.
It's actually pretty funny. Brian,
It's
are you
not
ready?
funny,
And if
dude.
you played at the same time as Airbud 3, then it matches up perfectly.
Just like Dark Side of the Moon.
yeah.
Brian,
Ex-
are you-
it-
Brian, are you
well,
tuned? Are you
they
tuned?
ripped us
Okay,
off.
cool.
They ripped us off.
Pink
You heard
Floyd
it
ripped
here.
us off.
Pink Floyd is just rough draft, but not.
They're from the
Okay.
'60s.
Yeah, no, Pink Floyd. Yeah, there's this really weird indie band. I'm not sure if you've heard of them.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
Rough Draft minus like the
They're not as
boyish,
talented.
charming,
They're
good
not as big as
looks.
Burka Boys. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we've now. We're just ignoring musical history now. Let's actually.
Yeah, let's
play.
do this.
All right. Last week.
Last week.
Wait, no, it's still not ready.
Last week you were here to stay. This week you won't look my way. There must be a resolution we can't find. I don't know why you can't see. You were happier when you were with me. Now just get the hell out of my mind. Get out of my mind. I lose mine. I can't be comforted and nobody tries. I wasn't prepared for this to end. I'm stuck inside like I'm covered in glue. I just wish that I was stuck to you. Now you're just moving on to the next trend. Get out of my mind before I lose mine. Solo. Get out of my mind. 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 Get out of my mind before I lose mine.
Mosh pit. You guys have the good mosh pit potential there. You guys are going crazy. They're
Yeah.
rocking
Oh,
out.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's some pretty good moshing.
So I got another question. So I noticed a lot of Rough Draft songs are very kind of lighthearted. They have a quirky element to them. Is this a sound you guys would want to pursue like in the future, or maybe I don't know? Are you guys considering maybe doing like more serious stuff? Like I don't know,
We have a couple of songs that like
Right.
we're
cooking
all
up on.
working up on that are a little bit more serious, but it's like I can't speak for anyone else, but for me personally, it's like I kind of wrote these, like we're all kind of comedic people, so it's like,
I mean,
hey.
and the band's just like, we're just having fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I'm just trying to make the vocals and the lyrics, they've already written the rest of the song. So I just kind of mess around and just I just think of really stupid things, and then I end up being like, well, it works for the song, so we just do it.
and it works. So it's like I like
It's
it.
a lot of going with the flow, and we do have very comedic songs. But again, like Mood said, we do have some more serious songs, like our upcoming "Hey Dad." That's
Yes.
that's a
the
good
songs.
one.
The songs from you, for your perspective, Brian.
That's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, it's a fun.
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's a fun
But it's
one.
like how I looked at it. It's like I think when we initially started writing, I was like, I don't want to be like that one high school rock band that takes themselves super seriously,
We're like-
and they're like, we're gonna be playing in front of Nickelback.
I miss you.
We're kind of like
Basically.
lighthearted,
And the
but
thing
also
is, like,
serious.
and the thing is, we started the first couple songs we wrote were kind of in that sort of Midwest emo sort of thing tuning, and I was like, I'm not gonna like, hi, I miss you, and then we wrote a song making fun of that, basically.
Yeah,
So-
making fun of it.
Yeah, Cole.
It's a joke.
We're
It's not
meta.
serious.
We
We're
have
meta.
a really good
So
song
meta.
called "Quirky Girls," which is sort of our take on
That's a classic.
on hardcore punk.
Yeah.
but it's just us. It's totally. It's
Quirky
stupid.
Girls does have an actual story behind it, but yeah,
But we're not
it's-
going to tell it.
You're not gonna tell. I will.
That's for another day.
Yeah,
People think it's about them though. Sometimes
It's like
really funny.
hardcore
That's what's so
punk.
good about it.
It's like Converge, except
Better.
it sounds good and like
Okay.
catchy.
No.
and
Okay.
It
no.
makes
Just speaking
sense.
for yourself there.
No, I'm speaking
Okay.
for the whole band.
But no, yeah, I think that's like definitely a quality that your guys' band should have. Not take yourself too seriously. Because you guys are probably going to be. I don't know, when you guys perform, you're probably performing up there with people that take themselves a lot more seriously. So I think that's a good quality to have with your guys' stuff.
I think one thing too, it's like it just depends on like how you look at it. Like some people like want to take themselves seriously. They want to be like this
Yeah.
is how they look at stuff, and that's completely fine. I've kind of like I played classical most of my life, so I want this to just really be like
True
Fun.
kind of
Yeah.
punk,
Yeah,
like
it's
breaking all
so
the
much
rules.
fun.
yeah, just have it be fun.
And
Like,
also,
Good exercise.
if you're like us and you're not that good, if you joke around, then people are like, "Whoa, these guys are." It's
Yeah, they're
we're-
self-aware.
self-aware.
We're
self-aware.
cheating. We're cheating.
We're cheating the system.
cheating the game.
You shouldn't be able to do this.
Get ready, Rough Draft is gonna break the music industry.
We're gonna break the music industry. We're gonna have the first Billboard #1 comedy rock album.
I'm looking forward to that.
We know Jimmy Fallon beat us to that. Sorry.
Oh dang it!
But so, okay, my next question. So, how'd you guys all come together to make Rough Draft? Like, I kind of want to hear the backstory of that.
First off, I had no idea who Cole was until one day he showed up to our band practice at my house. And
Dude, I
like,
showed
that
up
was
and I
pretty
had
cool.
no idea James
So-
was gonna be there.
So
I just knew he was the guy in my class who liked Carly Rae Jepsen.
so
So you guys had some bonding there.
So what happened was I've known James forever, and I've known Brian since his freshman year, which was my junior. We played tennis together, and we'd always been like, oh, let's start a band sometime. And then one time I just casually invited him to my house to make a video for my film class, and he brought his bass with him, and I'm like, oh hey, I have this new pedal, let's mess around. And then we made a couple songs, and we're like, hey, this is pretty good. And then we showed it to James, and James was like, hey, this is pretty good, I want to work with you guys. And then we needed a drummer, and drummers
Oh
are kind
yeah,
of hard.
we booked a show without getting a drummer.
Yeah, we booked a show without getting a drummer. So then we're like,
wow.
And drummers at Tucson High are like a rare commodity.
And without telling your vocalist.
Yeah, that without telling you focus. We needed a drummer. We didn't know who. And then one day, a kid walked into my AP Music Theory class, tried to beat me up, and Cole Kraft stood up for me. Did you win that fight? I don't remember.
I heard
Dude,
you.
no, Ryland came in between us like real fast.
Yeah, okay.
The sub didn't do anything.
Yeah,
you
we-
got punched
The
in
moral of the
face.
Yeah, I
story
got punched
is
in the
Cole
balls.
Kraft is a superhero.
The moral of the story is don't like.
Shouts out, that kid is lucky that Ryland got
So-
in between us before I could get to
moral
him. He
story is
wouldn't
don't-
have a face anymore.
The moral of the story is don't trust guitarists who are into djent music. That's the
Okay.
moral of the story.
Okay.
All right,
Anyway,
But so, okay.
Anyway,
that
I-
wasn't about you, whoever you are.
But anyway, afterwards I was like, "Hey, you're really cool, man. Let's go to what do you call it? Let's go to Guitar Center to try out synthesizers." And he played drums. I'm like, "Hey, you want to be my band?" And he's like, "Sure." And then he came to
Oh
the
wait,
practice thing.
you asked me to send you video of me playing drums, but I didn't because I was too lazy. And
Yeah.
and then I was like, I'll just show him at Guitar Center.
Yeah, we decided to go. Yeah, that was a good day. It was a fun day.
So that fight was a big part of, I guess, getting Cole into the band. Yeah.
That was a huge
it's
That's
fun.
actually who we wrote Quirky Girls
That's
about.
no. But it was it. I mean, we were kind of gonna hang out anyway, but then it was like, hey, this kid's really cool and he's really nice. So it's like, hey, I wanna work with this kid. And then he turned out to be a fabulous musician. He plays drums, he plays guitar, he plays bass, he plays keyboard.
It's Cole Craft,
It's Cole Craft, ladies and gentlemen. The reason we are good.
So, okay. So I want to close this out with my last question. So, how deeply do you guys want to like pursue music in the future? Like, do you want to study it in college? You know, if you're going to college, or I don't know, what are your future plans?
I'm on the verge of failing AP music.
Let's go from left to right. Let's start with Cole.
I have no like actual technical ability. Like Mood knows music theory. I don't know if they. I don't.
In music
know.
theory with me.
Yeah, I know. I signed up for it. I didn't know what it was, dude. Like, I didn't know how to read music. I barely know how to read music now.
Man, yeah, I wish they had that class still at basis, but they got rid of it last year. Oof. Yeah.
But yes, sign me so I don't ever have to get a real job.
I don't know. I've been taking like music lessons. Like I started playing violin when I was 6 years old, and then I switched to viola. It's something that's I've never really thought about too much. Like it's just kind of always been in my life, so it's like whatever. And then suddenly people are like, "Hey, are you gonna do something with it?" And I'm like, I don't know. I was never like the best kid at music. I was never the best kid at music. I wasn't the technical prodigy in violin. I'm not a shredder on guitar, but it's just like, I have fun doing it. So I think it'll always be in some way in my life, whether I'm like just playing in some casual quartet or whatever, or just doing something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I think I'll figure it out. I treat music both as like a casual friendly thing and like as something really serious depending on what I'm doing. So it's like I can deal with it both ways.
And so your parents do have a background in music, right?
My dad, he like within like the Chicago hip hop and like DJ scene for when he was young. So he always gets mad at me too. He's like, "Mood, why are you listening to like Little Pump? You need to listen to like Public Enemy." He's like, "Okay."
Macklemore.
No, oh god, he hates Macklemore. So yeah, I've it's always just been a part of me. So like I'm sure it'll be a part of me in some way. I'm not currently getting a degree in music. That might change, but it's like my parents both got creative degrees. My mom got one in photo, my dad got one in writing. So it's like I want money, not
so you don't want to be a starving artist.
Yeah, I don't want to be a star. I've seen that with my parents graduate like I'm good.
Yeah, I like money.
I mean, I hate money. So no.
And music.
No,
And
I mean,
music.
I don't think music is really like the thing I'm gonna do in the future. Though I mean, I want to get better guitar. I love singing. I was in boys chorus. I joined when I was 8, and I'm
nice.
Still involved. So that's like 10 years at this point or something like that. But I love listening to music. I love playing music. It's just kind of a really fun thing. But I really want to be a filmmaker and a writer and an actor. So yes, I do hate money. That's
yes, you hate money.
That's evidence that I want to starve.
And you, Brian?
Honestly, I don't want to get a degree in music at all. I do want a degree because I kind of want a little money. But I'm with James too. I really want to make films and write and all of that good stuff. Make snuff films. But ultimately, music has been a part of my life since almost forever. I used to watch my brother play guitar and trumpet, and then I took on piano. It's been almost 10 years now, and now rough draft. So music has been a huge part of my life, and it always will be. So in one way or another, I will be playing and performing, and nothing's going to stop me except for debt. But apart from that... yeah, I don't really see a future pursuing a degree in music, but I do see a future in playing music.
And one other thing I wanted to add too is that we all go to Tucson High, which is like
a very good music school.
The music school, yeah. It's like, and like, what was it? I always thought, I kind of came into Tucson High, like I didn't come in my freshman year, but my sophomore year, like, oh, I'm really good at music, right? And then I met like Rylan Dodge, who was like just the greatest, and it's like that put me in my place. And I've just met so many like other musicians that just like pushed me, and then I took AP Music Theory, and that pushed me, and Cole is dying from that class now.
Yeah, bro.
I've known Round since I was 10. How do you think I feel, dude?
Huh?
It's been my whole life.
You're
just being like, man, look how much better than me he is. He's in Yum, May 18th, Schoolhouse of Rock, the Frex, Yum.
I legitimately
Come see us
started
May
playing
18th, by the way.
drums in like Rock Band, the video game. That's how I learned playing drums.
Actually, that's probably the only.
That's
like,
not
good-
even a lie.
That's probably the you could probably actually learn from that. But yeah,
I did. That's how I learned.
But yeah,
drums.
it's like everyone at that school is like legitimately pushing themselves one way or another, whether it's photo or like in their arts and whatever it is. So it's like there's always someone like there's
Yeah.
a lot of like not pressure. What's the right term? Like there's a lot of like you should do this. Like push yourself to do it, and it's really cool. And people are really supportive
So
for the most
pressure
part.
then.
It's a lot
Not
of
pressure. I
bullying.
don't know. There's not a lot of bullying.
We peer pressure people into bettering themselves at
yeah,
Tucson
yeah,
High.
Whatever.
But yeah, no, it seems like, no matter what you guys pursue, music is obviously, a big part of your guys' life. So, no matter what you guys do, I'm sure you guys will find some way to, involve yourself in music.
Yeah, I'm gonna force my kids
Absolutely.
to listen to hip hop.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. That's all the questions that I have.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, one last song.
R.I.P. to my Wii.
R.I.P. to my Wii.
I don't sing in this one. What should I do?
Just
dance.
look there and look.
I'll stand here
Dance.
and look pretty.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's not.
That's all you're good for, standing there and
Yes.
looking
Yeah.
pretty.
Screw you.
I'm the face of the band.
We'll have that discussion another day.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Okay. Sorry. Let me do that one more time.
Take 2.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank you for having us. This
Thank
is
you.
great.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
We
We are Rough Draft.
are Rough Draft. Shout out to Miss Reed.
Rough Draft AZ
Oh, yeah.
on
Thank you, Miss
Instagram.
Reed. We
Yeah.
love you, Miss Reed.
Yeah, give me extra credit points, please. I really need it.
Miss Reed, please pass me. I'm begging you.
It's not even a required class. All right.
All right, so I think,
All
yeah,
right.
we're
That's
done.
true.
Peace out.
Thanks.
That was fun.
Ooh, I'm
I was cruising down the street, 4 deep, 3 1 yapper on me, and the yapper might as well be a feed, cause it got 2 arms and some feet, cause it wake up in the morning and it eat.